I got a lot of questions asking me where that bot demo was filmed for the Tesla bot, and it took some time, but I figured it out. Let's get into it, and I'll show you where it is. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. Quick thanks to new patron, Retro Dragon. Very cool. Bunch of ways to support me. You can use my referral code if you're going to buy a car anyway. You can support me as a member on YouTube, a patron on Patreon, or a subscriber on X. You get all kinds of benefits, including access to my daily media bias index, which is a work in progress and already quite a bit of fun. Or if you really want to see it, just email me and I'll send you a link so you can just see what you're missing. There'll be a public version of that soon. Don't you worry. So if you look at the video, the question was, where is this space? Where are we here? And there are some clues, some very good ones. A viewer had said, oh, this must be Giga Texas. And I said, no, I would have recognized those roof lines going up. I would have recognized these windows, but more importantly, this angled column here, this is a concrete column with a little angle on it. If you look at Joe Tegmeyer's videos, you'll see there are no angled concrete ones. This is just a wrapped column. They're all steel. They're all,
Now, because
they're all, that's not even a rounded one. That is a flat one. But the idea is they're all steel. There are parts of the factory. They look like this. There you go. There are parts of the factory where they do use concrete columns, but they are not round. They are square. And they would have been in the stamping cathedral or the casting cathedral. And it's definitely not in either of those places. No, the clue for me is this window. So I went for an expedition. By the way, if you don't want to sit through the whole video, it's Palo Alto. It is Palo Alto. We'll get there, but I'm going to show you how. The suggestion, well, maybe it's here. Maybe it's in Texas. And it didn't take much looking. I already know enough about Texas to tell you there are no places, wobbly, there are no places on the roof where there are windows that protrude at a higher level. That is hilarious. And if you look at these other buildings, they're not on this picture, but they also do not have the kind of roof structure you would need to make that work. Not the roof of Giga Texas. So then I thought, well, let's start with some of the easier ones to eliminate. Is it at the Megapactory? Nah. Nope, you can see that. It is not that. This has no angled corners that would make it work. Let's look at the entryway here. Not even at the entryway. No. There is another clue, which is that on not this wall, but the opposite wall, which you can see around here, there's loading docks. So roll up doors at least. So it's not at the Megapactory. Another easy one to eliminate is the Tesla's Cato Road facility. Let's pop that on there. Cato Road. It's got a lot of angles. None of the right kind. None of the right kind. And this building is very full with other things, but it doesn't have the right windows on the roof. And I went through all of these. And then I thought, well, maybe it's in Giga Nevada. We know something goes on out there, but we came into the same problem. This giant building has no angles and no windows on the roof. Now, they also own, or at least use, one of these buildings. Maybe it's this one. One of these two. Tesla Semi-Factory. Here you go. I thought, well, maybe it's out here. Nah. No, there's no angles. There's no roof windows. Can't be that. And I literally spent quite a bit of time. Hawthorne, maybe it's in Hawthorne. So I went to look at the design center here. And I have been to most of these buildings. I haven't been to the Megapactory, but I've been to all the other ones that we've been looking at so far. I've been here. There's a rocket right here. You can check it out yourself. Drive by. It's right on the corner. Gives a real nice perspective. Look at that. Big old X on the roof. And next to the SpaceX is the design center. Now, I should mention, and you look, there's just it's not even the right kind of building. There are no, and I did look at surrounding buildings. Maybe they own they're using one of these. I thought, that's possible. Giga New York, this one should take no time at all to eliminate, and it did. Yeah, it's just wrong. It doesn't have the roof cutouts. Doesn't have any of that stuff. Yeah. And we'd have heard if it was going on. They wouldn't put it on the East Coast. They want it close to the engineers and the design stuff. So then I thought, oh my gosh, are you telling me I'm going to have to look at Fremont? And the answer was, yeah, you bet your butt I did. Because, but I looked at all these buildings around it. I looked across the highway at buildings. I looked over here. I searched. But this location has an awful lot to dig through in terms of buildings. And I went through all the little alleyways looking for anything that might match. I went through all these extra buildings. I thought, oh, maybe this add-on building has something. It does not. I went through all of it. And it, done properly, it's quite time consuming. I was just waiting for that aha moment and I couldn't find it. But Eric, a patron Eric, kept saying, it's got to be somewhere. It's got to be. And I went and looked at the Tesla HQ in Palo Alto. I thought, well, some of these, like these are pushed out, but they're not right. These aren't quite right. And I didn't know what the heck I was doing wrong. I thought, well, maybe this, but then where's the loading docks? It just doesn't make sense. So we went and looked at it and I thought, well, where are the jobs? Surely this will tell us where we're looking. But, so I looked up on the website and determined, oh, look at that. Austin, robotics, that could be an assembly line. Fremont, robotics, probably assembly line. Palo Alto, look at all those openings in Palo Alto. Buffalo, no, autopilot. That's different. They're all in Palo Alto. And I'm looking at it going, where? This place is not big enough. Well, Eric sent me another message saying, I found it. Well, where it is in Palo Alto is not at this building. It's at the new one over here. It's at the old HP building. And at first blush, you think maybe it's like, well, these corners look right, but this is on the ground floor, so it can't be that. Wait a minute. Is it on the ground floor? There it is. It's that. It's in this space right here. And if you want to look up at the ceiling, you can tell which direction you're headed, but the loading bays are over here. The roll-up doors are over here. It's right here. And if you look, we've got a semi. We've got a bunch of Teslas that are behind what is probably a security fence. This is a very private area. Look at the angle of these windows. This is it. We found it. So that's how you do it. And I was like, and I'm looking at this going, where the hell is this even? I don't even know where I'm at. And the answer is, it's right here. And I was looking right here. And I did, again, I went out and looked at buildings in the surrounding area. I didn't look down here, residential. I looked at all of these. I got as far as the medical center and I stopped. I was so close. So Eric, thank you for, EricVFX for telling me where to look, pointing me in the right direction. There's your answer. It is in Palo Alto. It is in the HP building, the former HP headquarters. It is in, here's the driveway. It's right there. This is where our robot overlords are from. Right there. How cool. Don't go out and harass them, please. That's not cool. But, you know, I'm sure it's okay to stop like right here and take a picture. That's probably okay. Also, maybe a little pointless. Oh, look at that. He did mention there was semis in the parking lot. Huh. Look at all those Teslas. I wonder if they're going to make these wobbly, blurry ones. I hope so. They're so wobbly and blurry. I did see something kind of funny over here, which was on Street View. Where was it? I want to say maybe right here. I didn't know that this was a thing that happened in the US, but no, it's not there. But they don't blur faces. Very weird. Very weird. one of these entrances. It really doesn't matter. I think it's right here. Whoops. A person? No, wrong entrance. It doesn't matter. Lovely area. Lovely area. That's a blurry tree, isn't it? Wonder what that is. That's a tree. It's a blurry tree. Gotta keep them blurry, you guys. So, very good stuff. Found it. That's where it is. What do we miss? What do we misunderstand? Leave it all in them comments below and stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you clever so-and-sos, robots, on the flippity flop.